Yep, YouTube, it's Tutu, we're back with another video. It's a pickup channel update, CEX update. Feral lick to get through again. I've been a busy boy, a very busy boy. I'm hoping it's not going to get too hot. I know I always mention this, I've literally just shut the door now and it's 30 degrees, it's got 2 degrees already. So anyway, persevere. The things I do for you people. I hope everyone's well anyway. Yeah, it's been a bit of a dry spell on the old vids. I'm guessing a lot of people are on holiday, on the jollies and stuff like that, but yeah, I say I've been really busy. Really busy. Buying shit. Mentioned before, I had a big cull, so I've managed to get some of the Saturn games very higgledy-piggledy up onto the shelves there. Need to sort of spend some time and really try and get it properly organised, I think. Oh. I hope we're all well. I think I've already said that. And thanks for all the new subs. Subs keep jumping all over the shop. And there's people... Shit's falling down over. And there's just people leaving, or YouTube are a bit more efficient with the dead accounts and culling them off. Certainly dropping like by 1 or 2 and then going back up by 1 or 2. So kind of hovers and flits and flats, and if that's even a word, I don't know. But what have I been watching? Obviously the usual, you know, stable sort of retro gaming channels that you're pretty much aware of. But I say I have over probably since just after Christmas. Just as I just enjoy watching them, some of the sort of toy collector type videos. I know that Pizarro Pieces, he was mentioned in YouTube of the Month, so I found him anyway, but also found him off another chat that I've been watching for ages called Gamer Toys. What's his name? Big bloke. Fucking hell. I've been watching him for yonks basically, and he did a trade with him anyway, with Tom from Pizarro Pieces. Also Cowabunga Collectables, a little bit of mini shout out there. Not trying to steal Toy Polloy's thunder, because I watched Toy Polloy. I found him from Car Boot Collectors. And yeah, because he mentioned it, he'd seen him. Because obviously he's a bit of a gamer and a bit of a like figures and vintage toy collector, Car Boot Collector. I can't remember his name is now, I should know his name. There's a few trades with him. So I thought, oh, he was just Toy Polloy guy. Hopped over there. And yeah, it's just old vintage toys. He reconditions them, fixes them up, does little hacks and fixes and whatnot. It's a great watch. Just, like I say, it's not gaming. Don't do gaming. It's more of his vintage toys, and yeah, especially for someone of my age, there's a lot of nostalgia tied up in some of them toys and figures, and I love seeing them anyway. I've said that for like the last 2 or 3 years when I've been to some of the events. I just like seeing some of the old toys, you know. It wouldn't be something I wanted to collect, so to speak, but I love seeing them again as well. Retro Prime. What's he called now? Swearing Scott's Bots or something. I'll put the links to these channels just in case you might, you know, it might be a passing interest. It might be something different just to tune into instead of your usual sort of retro gaming shite. But I really enjoyed seeing all the old figures, Thundercats, Mask, you know, and whatnot. And it gives you an idea, especially if you go to the booters, what to keep an eye out for. You know, what is collectible. So yeah, you pick some tips up, if nothing else. Right, that being said, back to the boring, shitty retro gaming stuff. A few pickups from charity shops. Fucking hell. These two I've got for the Wii bundle. I took a load of, as I said before, we sorted all the girls' bedrooms. Well, I'd sorted all the girls' bedrooms out. Load of odds and sods that, you know, weren't worthless, but weren't really worth doing anything with, you know, like not the gaming stuff. So I thought we'll take them to the charity shop, but board games and shit like that. Excuse me. So I took it to one of my usual ones. I know the lady, and sort of said to her, "I've got some stuff for you." You know, she was like, "Oh, great," sort of thing. And as I brought the last bag out, she said, "Oh, found this. Well, get this back for you." And it was a really manky, filthy Wii, honestly. It's in the bag. I've cleaned it all. It's not too bad. I had 2 nunchucks and 2 remotes. So one of the nunchucks and one remote's gone into CEX. There's a few other like shitty odd games, nothing really to shout about. One of them was this game here, which I'd swapped the case over. There was just the golden compass was still sealed, but it was covered in like it wasn't shit, but it looked like shit. It was really bad. But when she peeled it, took the cellophane off, it was a lovely case. So I swapped the case over into this one, and I noticed there's a couple of PlayStation 1 games on the shelf, and I just grabbed this one as well and chucked it into the bundle. And she said, "Oh, give us £3." I only had a £5 because I say I weren't really there to buy anything. I was just dropping stuff off, just keep it. So you know, got a bit of a trade fodder with CEX. Got another literally whole Wii set up there, which no one really wants anymore. Oh, ideal if you want to do, you know, Uber Wii or stuff. And a couple of little titles here, and a couple of little cheat discs. So the game that I swapped over for the Wii, I said I hadn't got it. I knew I hadn't got it, but it turns out it's not a bad little title. It's not the most sought after pinball game. There is one other, but that's the one I'm missing, which is Williams Pinball. This is Pinball Dream 3D, and now it's in absolutely fantastic condition. And tell you what, this looks a pretty decent little simulator. Tonight, looks absolutely, I say, because the case was sealed. Yes, I said I didn't really put too much onus on it. I just thought I know I hadn't got that, but it's about £5 game. No, was it £8? Might be £8 CX sell that for. I know the Williams one's about 22. Something ridiculous like that. So yeah, another one to add into the Wii collection. And the PS1 title is Railroad Tycoon 2. Now I'm pretty sure I've got this. Yeah, look. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, different. Okay, so I'll keep it. So this is like this. If you can see that, the one that's got the plastic edging on the case. And again, this is in great condition. So, oh, I'll just keep both. So don't owe me anything. So I don't know where I'm going to put it. There we go. And these two, I've had to swap one of the cases into an Xbox case. So I haven't got any more like standard DVD ones. I was trying to work out what the hell they were for. But they are for PlayStation. So first up, the one that's probably in it's not great condition, the disc, it's a bit scratched. I think it's PS2. Now these Exploder Ultimate Cheat Job is by Blaze. Format PlayStation Exploder CD 9000. Yes, this is like the cheaty type stuff and whatnot. It's got the manual. The disc is pretty scratched up. This one, double CD version, black discs, absolutely fine. Oh, the other disc is just a CD laser cleaner, which basically means it's got little. It's just got two little brush things on it. Yeah, it's not really the same thing, is it? But I say they were just bundled in with the Wii and the PlayStation game. Yeah, she wanted £3. I give her a £5, so more than happy to do that. Now it's just CEX. Avid viewer. Last vid. I built quite a bit of credit. Spunked it all at CEX. Yeah, it's all been spent near as damn it. I've got some nice bits. I've got a few mentioned before. I'm starting to get to that mid-range sort of not high end, but mid to high as well level of games now. Got a few more coming in. I'm still mixing up a little bit though. So you know, there's one N64. There's a shit ton of Saturn, so I'll leave the Saturn till the end. And we've got some Mega Drive. So I do the N64 game first. Again, yeah, I'm always checking just for the box versions. Don't buy mint. This one popped up. Again, referenced it back onto eBay, and it looked like a really good price. I think there's since, and again, it may have gone already now since before this video goes up, but there was another copy on there. One I've got, to be honest, I'm quite happy with it. Had to do a bit of a MacGyver on the inside. I might show you it actually, because it doesn't affect it at all in that respect. It's just internally. but the game in question, it's got one fault, one obvious fault, and I'll show you that while it tries to disguise the fault. It is Bug's Life. So again, you think this is a shit game. Not many boxes survive. This, for a box for this, isn't too bad at all. Got one end which I think that's been done in the post, where it's been crushed. You can see it, so it's squished it. Now unfortunately, I think some of the later releases that they ditched the trays to save money, and what they did is this like fucking. It doesn't do the boxes any good either. This style. So they do the internal holding style. So see these little pegs. There's one there, and there's one at the back there. Which one did I put in myself? So this one here I created myself because it's split. So you can just see the tape there. And I want at this end I've managed to just repurpose it and stick it back down. So you don't see it, so it doesn't really matter. But it's just a bad design. The only thing I do like about it, it does segregate the manual, so you don't get that constant tearing of the manual. But it doesn't. Yeah, it's not my favourite style. I don't really like. I don't really like it, to be honest. 'Cause I say it doesn't do the box shape any favours. I have seen a few people that have just taken them out and just slotted a tray in. Again, you know, from a collector's perspective, it's more the outside. So if I've got I keep saying this for all of them. If I pull my finger out and I get some Sentinel cases, that pull right back in quite nicely. But at the minute, it's just in a creepy plastic bag. We'll just slot that one in, just so I don't scuff it anymore. But yeah, I mean, this weren't cheap off CEX either. You know, you're probably talking 20. I'll say 25. It's just boxed. But when I checked, there was none for sale. There might have been a couple of Australian ones. There was none in the UK. Strange old system, the N64. Got a lot of hate. A lot of haters on the N64. Look at my fucking hell. Oh, it's 35, nearly 36 degrees already. Yeah, a lot of hate for the N64. I quite like it. So I did have one. I had one with I mentioned tons of times, a Z64. So there's a little, there is some nostalgia there for me. But it's a weird system when it comes to fun your loose. I mean, I know the SNES is bad for like loose carts and boxed, but I think just the variant in terms of the pricing for the N64, some of the games is fucking bizarre, absolutely bizarre. Anyway, moving on to some Sega. Do me a favour, plug me into a Sega. So, again, I had a fair old chunk of change in terms of credit. So I saw these two pop up. I didn't pop up at all, they were on there. You know, them that look at CX quite a lot, you tend to sort of see the same stuff and you kind of glaze over a little bit sometimes. And I seen, which one did I see first? I think I seen this one first. And it's like, oh? And I thought about it, I thought, actually, you don't see that very often on the Mega Drive. You see it quite a lot on the Super Nintendo. Don't see it very much on the Mega Drive. And then the second one, I got confused whether it was a game that I'd got from the booter ages ago. Turns out it wasn't, I didn't have it, so I snaffled that as well. Unfortunately, they're both missing the manuals, but for the price, I think they're still worth it. And that's obviously, it's not cold hard cash, it's CEX, trading, etc. I think I'm going to get these prices wrong. Definitely worth more than 40 quid. If top end, I think one of these, or both of them, or other, was 35 or 30. I'm sure one was 25. So you're looking between 25 and maybe 35. I think 25 quid, to be honest. For some reason that's what's screaming at me. And it's the Addams Family. So this is a one. I don't recall seeing this on the Mega Drive at all, or very little. The car and everything else is in great nick, it's just missing the manual. Addams Family Values, which is the blue box one, is fucking tasty. You're looking at about a ton for that. This one ain't too. If you got this box complete, you're probably looking at about 50 odd quid. But again, like I say, I'm quite happy. Everything else, insert, the whole lot, looks fine. Looks fine. You know, what was I watching? Sega Zombie Scott Brand. And he was sort of saying, yo, I'm definitely more of a gamer, I'm not a collector. And I was sort of chuckling because I think we all like to think that. But then he said something that made me think, actually, that's quite a good, it's quite a good argument. And his view on it, or his take on it was, you know, I'm definitely, you know, I do collect, I am a collector, but I like to think I'm more of a gamer because I'm not too overly, you know, anal or too fussed about condition. It doesn't have to be box complete mint. You know, I don't mind it missing the manual, this, that, and the other. I thought, well, that's exactly what I'm like. So, you know, maybe I'm probably more of a gamer than I like to admit. Although, well, I would, yeah, that's the other thing. There's a stigma, isn't it? So the cool kids say they're a gamer, and the idiots and the nerds and the people that get hated are the collectors. But yeah, I mean, I quite, you know, I like playing when I can. This room is not conducive with being able to sit down and play anything. It's either too hot or it's too cold, and never the twain shall meet until such point as I'm fortunate enough to have a normal brick room that I can sort of control the temperature in. Until that, you know, like I say, I'm not pissing and moaning. I've got what I've got and I'm quite happy with it. Some people have nothing. But yeah, the environment I've got doesn't, it'll say it's not conducive for me being able to sit down and play anyway. Not really, not realistically. But yeah, just when he said that, I thought he's got a point there, because I say if I was really a collector, this wouldn't be no good to me. I'd be pissed off. I'd be like, no, I'm not having it. It's not right. You know, obviously the hang tabs there, or the wee Willy Winkle, or we can keep wee Willy Winky, as Marcus used to say. X-File 2708. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's something in it. Maybe there's not. But the other one, now I got confused with another game which is not too dissimilar in name, in terms of its makeup. And it's Bubble and Squeak. I thought, oh, I think I've got this one. And when I checked on Retro Collect and the scene, I thought, no, I haven't got it. So I grabbed it. Again, it's missing the manual, but there's a little bit of writing inside. I can get that off, no problem. I've got spare boxes anyway. And it's Bubba and Sticks. I know nothing about it. I was going to say, because it's core design, so a lot of core stuff was Amiga ports. I don't really remember seeing this on the Amiga. I could be wrong. I did show the inside, didn't I? Yeah, so it's got a bit of Tipex out, and we can get that off anyway. It is missing the hang tab, and obviously missing the manual. Turns out this is quite, especially box complete, quite an expensive game. So again, quite happy to pick that up. I'll sit on it until such point as a manual comes along. I'll just upgrade, you know. Now 37 degrees. I mean, the weather's been terrible, hasn't it? Last week. Hopefully the boot is on tomorrow, and we'll be going. All things being equal. I've got to fucking piss it down now to be cancelled. Right, anyway, let's get on to some Sega Saturn. Now, we've got a fair chunk to get done. I'm just going to try and sort these into some, you know, semblance of goodness. That's a word, I don't know. Everybody's heard about the word. The bird. Oh, I don't fucking know. There's a few that I definitely know are a bit tasty. Tastier. Oh, don't know. Right, we'll start with the ones that I know are pretty low key, and not low key the Norse god. Right, so as I mentioned before, I get into that stage now. I think there's very few, to quote a horrible management term, low-hanging fruit. There's a few that are there that are, you know, sort of sub £10. Not many left, should they appear. We're really pushing into that 20, 30 pound, 20 pound plus upwards. Yeah, so make no, you know, I'm not under any illusions this is going to be a walk in the park. It's not going to be a walk in the park, Krasinski. But yeah, I think it's doable. I think it's doable. Again, there's another Street Fighter collection on CEX, so it's not like it's rare and you can't find it. I think Courier Crisis may be one of the sticky points, but yeah, we'll just see. I mean, no rush, honestly, no rush. I think with the ones that I've got left to come in the post from CEX, I should be about 80%. So I'm below 50 games now, definitely below 50 games. So I'm like, with them two that are due to come, 47 I think, which sounds a lot, just sound a lot of games, 47 games. But when you look at the list, there's a lot of them that I see on CEX, so they're easily obtainable in that route as long as I get the right credit. And then there's a few that I've never seen, and that may be an eBay route. You know, I'm not, yeah, make no mistakes, I'm not daft enough to think that everything can be sourced from CEX. But I say, it's a means to an end, and it's an avenue for acquiring certain titles. So, with that being said, let's show some Sega Saturn games. These are all complete. Condition-wise, varies from what I would expect from a Saturn game to, damn, that's pretty nice actually. So first up, again, not one that I've seen pop up on CEX at all. It may have done, it may have disappeared straight away. NFL Quarterback Club 96, and this is in absolutely fantastic condition. As I say, especially for the horrible cardboard case versions, and it's even got, inside looks absolutely pristine, it really does. And that is, I don't think that's even been looked at. And I tell you what, just to add, it's got this, which I'm guessing is a poster with all the play, and that hasn't been used. I'm not even going to attempt to try and open it, but that's how complete it is. It literally is. It's got fucking everything in it. So I say, well happy. I can't get it all back in now because I'm a stupid boy. There we go. So that's NFL Quarterback Club 96. I think I'm missing 97. I think most of the sports ones, bizarrely, I think they're classed as uncommon on Retro Collect. You think they'll all be common, but I just don't think anyone bought them. This one is classed as common, and it's Blast Chamber. I missed out on this one. But I tell you what, this one looks an half decent little game. I'll show you the back. And I'm going to read the blurb because this reminds me of a certain Rutger Hauer movie. It's 2096 and having a bomb strapped to you is a sport in a death match of the future. Your uniform is a time bomb sealed in a 3D rotating blast chamber. You strive to cheat death as walls become floors and floors become ceilings. Time counts down and you will up to 3 opponents scramble madly to control one thing that you can save, the crystal. Extend your life or shorten your opponents to avoid a fiery death. So those... it's not Salute the Jugger. Wedlock. Do you remember Wedlock? Rutger Hauer, where they had like, things around the neck, chains and everything. You didn't know who you were linked to, and if one person strayed out, you both basically explode and take your head off, and no one knew who you were paired up with, so everyone made sure that everyone else stayed within the boundaries. Kind of reminds a little bit of that in that respect. You're obviously just going to explode. But yeah, it looks quite interesting, quite quirky. Again, I may be late to the party. I don't recall seeing that on PlayStation. It may have done. Is it a Saturn exclusive? I don't know. One that I did order from CEX, and it come through, and it is absolutely mullered. Mullered to hell. It went back. But before I took it back, I ordered it again, so I made sure I didn't get that one. It's come through today. This one's absolutely superb. It's none other than the mighty SimCity 2000. Not a lot to be said for SimCity that hasn't already been said, and you should all know about SimCity anyway. I'm not sure how it fares on the Saturn. It's probably one of the fucking biggest manuals going in the whole world. It's mega heavy. The one I got from CEX, the manual was torn up, and you can see it here. This has come away a little bit, but they were both floating off. I can glue that back down. Yeah, I can see it's coming away. I don't think the weight of the manual helps on it though, because it's putting a lot of strain on the case. SimCity 2000. I say, so some of these, the pricing CEX, I don't know if it reflects, if it's a sort of reflection of the quality of the games. It doesn't always work that way, I know. Yeah, I'm kind of a little bit like, because I'm not really, I'm not an expert on the Saturn. Didn't really have much. I didn't play it back in the day. The only time I really have played the Saturn is when I started to get back into collecting. So this is the last of the pinball games I needed. I've never seen this appear on CEX. That's not to sort of say it's anything special or otherwise, I don't know. But it's Pinball Graffiti. So not bad condition. An honest Saturn game. It's got that wobble where the glue starts to go. You can see it there, look, the ripple. The Saturn ripple. Yeah, so if anyone's not new to getting Saturn games and you sort of see them with this ripple thing on the front, it's not because they've been mishandled or anything like that. It's just the glue starts to go and it starts bowing. It's all there. I'm not sure. This doesn't look that great of a pinball game. It says the first true 32-bit pinball tables. So it may be this was the first, and then you had like tilt and stuff come afterwards. But there's one that was needed and it's one that's been now sourced. Right, this one, I know this had a PlayStation release. Now, surprisingly, I'm trying to find a date on this. It's not much in it, you know. So I always thought, I had a preconception that the hard case Saturn games were all later releases. I don't think that's the. I think it was a choice. It was a developer choice. Because Pinball Graffiti, I've just looked at that, 1996, 1997, and I've got a game here. I'm sure I saw a date on here. 97. This is 97 as well. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm not going fucking mad here. No, that's earlier. Maybe there's something in it, I don't know. Anyway, this is 97. This is Mech Warrior 2, 21st Century Combat, in a hard case. I was just trying to sort of see if it was just a developer thing or if it was everything after sort of 97 onwards or mid 97 or June 97 they all went hard cases. I don't know, I'll have to have a look. I could check this one actually. Let me just double check this one. No, it's not the case because this is 94. No, I think it was just a choice. I just think it was a developer choice or a, you know, publishing house. So anyway, Mech Warrior 2 was one that was needed. Lovely hard case. Fantastic condition. Of course it would be. So for me, there's no fucking excuse. Now I'll show you, look, I'll just show you if I can. So it says there, 97. So we'll pause it. Security program, so obviously the coding was 1994, which I'm guessing when the Saturn was released. Activision registered trademark of Activision Inc. 1997 Activision, Mech Warrior Battletech and Mech registered trademarks of FASA Corporation 95 to 97. So definitely got to be 97. They're using the security code for the Saturn from 94, which is mentioned here. So it's a 1997 game. Pinball graffiti. There you go. 1997 as well, and you've got the same code, what refers to the code that you used from 1994, right? So keep that in mind when we get to one of the later games, and I'll show you why, because it's just a load of bullshit. That's really annoyed me. I haven't really never looked into it. I just made an assumption that that was the case. Later games all were the hard plastic case because they clocked on that the cardboard ones were shit. I don't think that's the case. Literally, I don't think it's the case. It's not. Right, anyway. A couple, so now that we're sort of encroaching into sort of, from a CEX price range, like the 20 quidders, getting up into that region. This one I'm going to keep for the time being. I think later on I may upgrade it because there's quite a few of these on there. I don't know how it fares on the Saturn. I know on some of the other systems it's a little bit. I think it was quite well received in the arcades to a degree. Kind of spinning off the back of Mortal Kombat, etc. And it's Primal Rage. So the problem with my one is, see that gouge? It's got that gouge in the front. Other than that, it's not bad. It's got a stick at the back. So over the barcode, I don't care about being over the barcode. It's not over everything else. It's all in there. You know, no qualms, no worries. Pretty honest copy. So just got that weird gouge thing there, which is a little bit annoying. That may be one that, you know, if and when I manage to fully completely go through and just kind of tie up and smarten up a few loose ends, like games for that, like that, for example. So yeah, there's a couple that I don't know what it is. I think psychologically, I always band them together in terms of time frames. These next two being of similar ilk. I could be wrong. It could just be, you know, just me and my stupid way of thinking things through. But first up is this one. Now, excuse me. This is 1995. So this was on the 3DO. This is a pretty decent game. Did it get released on the Jag? Can't remember. And it's Gex. So I know there's a couple of Gexes on the N64. Gex 3D, and Gex Enter the Gecko, or they may be one of the same. Again, I'm not very familiar with the Saturn version. I don't know how it fares. I'm pretty sure this is 3DO. I can't remember if it was on the Jag or not. I could be getting confused with the next one that's coming up. But it's all there. I say, nothing wrong with it. It's a pretty much half decent to it's not mint, but you know, I don't think you're going to ever get any of these cardboard ones mint. I think that CEX must be mad if they label anything mint that's in the cardboard box. So you got Primal Rage, Gex. Yeah, because it's the same year, nearest damn it. This is Rayman. So I know for a fact that the PlayStation version of this is superior. But it'd be nice to sort of see the Saturn version in action. So that may be going on in the background at some point. And this is a great, you know, say it's a great copy. It's just a good example of a Saturn game. A good honest copy, you know. Manual looks like it's been looked at a little bit, not massively. A little bit of shelf wear, but nothing, you know, I'm not going to get upset about that. I was quite happy when it come through. To be honest, whenever any of the Saturn games come through and they're okay, I'm like, oh, for God's sake. The only one I got really annoyed with was SimCity, because it was just mullered. It was absolutely, it may have been due to the post. So they're not the most sturdiest of cases, and it wouldn't take much just to sort of start banging against that glue, that very old, you know, 20-year-old glue, for it just to start just pop off, which I think is probably what happened. And it's just sort of plastic and the cardboard that's just kept it all together. So the last couple of games now, so a lot of these I bought in 2 lots, because you can only have 10 items on CEX, and I'd ordered like 20 games, basically 20 items, and then I did another 2 separately, but I'll come to them in a minute, because when they popped up I thought, no, I'm just going to get them, I'm just going to bag them. But a lot of the stuff you've seen there and the other 2 items there were from, I say, the big bulk of the credit that I had. One that I've seen on CX quite often, it's not, you know, same with Rayman, same with Primal Rage, same with Gex. It's not one that you sort of think, oh, better get it now, live up here, because there's a few in stock. There's always, you know, always ones there. I think that goes these 3 actually. Yeah, we'll do these 3 together, and then I'll do the last 2 separately. So this one, we'll do this one first. I've seen the guy at the car boot with this, and I think at the car boot he wanted near as what I paid for this. This is going back last year sometime. He was really like eBay prices at the booter, so I'm not bothered. I knew I needed it, but I thought I'm not bothered. I can't remember what the condition was like. This one I finally managed to buy, essentially, because I said it's not you know, a sort of hard to find game. I'm sure CX has still got a couple of copies of this as we speak, but this one's come through, and I think this one, the next one, and Gex all came from the same place, so someone must have just done the same, put in the same lot, you know, so must have been the same person. Gotta have been, because otherwise they've just been very lucky to get decent copies of it. And it's Baku. Now, I'm not sure, did it get a PlayStation release? It looks a bit like a Tetris-esque type game, bit of a puzzler, but condition wise I say it's hardly any shelfware to it other than the disc jumping out. A lovely pink disc. There, in really good condition. You know, I don't think the manual's been fucking looked through. Excellent condition. 20 quid. That's what I'm saying. So I'm getting to that 20 quid plus stage now with a lot of the games. There's a handful, maybe that even handful that I've got left that, you know, are sub 20, like 15, 10 or below 10. Not many though, not many now. Bitchy knows. Right, the next 2. This one come through, say, with Baku today and Gex. I've been putting this one off because I just thought, why is it so expensive? And it is expensive, I think, personally. And I'm pretty sure, again, this is an inferior version to the Spectrum, to the PlayStation. Spectrum would be nice, wouldn't it? And you can get that for peanuts. So I was a bit aggrieved, to be honest, to sort of be paying this kind of money out for it. When it turned up, and again, I don't know if there's multiple versions of this, a bit like, you know, different cases and stuff, I don't know. It was a hard box, so I was quite happy. You know, looked inside and there's nothing wrong with it, you know, at all. It's Wipeout 2097. So this is 22, 25, I think, on CX. So I say not cheap, but it's hard box, it's got everything in it. So going back to some of the other games, if you remember the years, this is 1996. So there's no way that even in 1996 they had hard cases. And there's games afterwards that are in cardboard cases. Here you go, so Baku, look. 1995. Now, is that when that game was developed? Was that when it was released on the Saturn? I don't know. Maybe I'm splitting hairs here, but there's too many there's too many things for me. And say Wipeout's 1996. If I've got another 1996 game or 97 game. Yes, the Pinball Graffiti's 96, 97. It's not right. It's not right then, cases. I'm a little bit aggrieved. Maybe it was just a decision taken by the powers that be. Last three. Nice titles here. Again, another one that I've seen on Sega. I thought, oh, there's loads of them there. Not cheap. Pushing upwards of 25 quid, I think now. I didn't really look at it even from an eBay perspective. So I had all that credit, so I thought I'm going to bag this one now. And I was really happy, really chuffed that it come through, and it's in another hard case and in fantastic condition. Again, this is just box, it's not mint or anything like that. And it's Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. I've seen this on the, I think the PlayStation version is about the same price. It's great nick. I don't know why it's not mint. Mint enough for me, so I'm quite, as I say, no. If my name was Larry, I'd be happy. And then, so that was like the bulk of the credit, if you like. And then these two, well, I had, sorry, used all my credit up and I had like, I think 25, 30 quid left over, so you got like your sort of the credit difference back as another credit note. Because I ordered them early doors, and I think just after CEX was shut, I don't know, like 6 o'clock, half 6, something like that. Checked on our website, and these two are on there. And I was like, I've got to buy them. So one I bought, I think with the credit I had, it probably bought it and I had like 5 quid over. So the other one was 15 because I think I put 10 or 15 quid to it, something like that. I paid something like 12, 15 quid from PayPal, but I wasn't too fussed at all. This one does appear on CEX. I have seen it. Only have like one copy here, one copy there. So the one I've got, it's not bad. It's not perfect. It's not shit. You know, it's all there. It's all complete as well. So I'm quite happy to keep it as it is. It's obviously a well-played game, and it's a bit of a belter as well. I've got the Japanese version of this, and it's Die Hard Arcade. So on the Japanese one, it's called Dekai Police. Oh shit, come on to do. My mate Steve, Redraw 444, sent me it. I'm sure it's Deku. Everyone's screaming at me about what it is, but what in the West, obviously they rebadged it as Die Hard, and they stuck a bit of a cheesy Bruce in the front. But it's a great little game in its own right, you know. I had a sequel on Dreamcast, which is another belter. It's going to annoy me now, the name. Yeah, it's all there. I do like sometimes how the Saturn switched the horizontal and the vertical, or the portrait and the landscape for the manuals. So, other than, I don't know if you can see it, that's a bit of edge wear there, a bit of shelf wear. Not bad. A few little dinks. Again, what I'd kind of expect from a Saturn, especially the cardboard ones. I say that every single time, but it's true. These two come together, so someone definitely traded these in. Maybe we should have showed that one last, because technically this isn't nowhere near, it's just like half the price. But I've never seen it. I know it commands a fair price on the PlayStation. I've got it on the PlayStation. Doesn't appear to be the same on the Saturn, actually. I haven't looked at it back again on like eBay and stuff. CX are probably about on the money. But you know, when you sort of see something, you get that. I just went into fucking Meltdown Overdrive. I'm gonna buy it. And I mentioned it last vid, because that's a weird thing. I mentioned it in the last vid. It appeared then later on, and it's Iron Man Exo Man of War in heavy metal. Bit of a fucking gobful that is, she said. There we go. This is not bad condition. It's an honest Saturn game. So that's it. We are done for another video. I said some nice additions there to the Saturn collection. A tasty N64 one, and a couple of very nice Mega Drive for sure. That's it. We will hopefully be booting tomorrow if weather permits and the stars align and other such weird and wonderful supernatural events occur. But yeah, I'm going to leave you to it now, guys, and take it easy, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.